Welcome back to GHRTV's regional update. This week, we will focus on women's rights, starting with the decriminalization of abortion in Latin American countries. Mexico has joined a growing list of Latin American countries, such as Argentina and Colombia, that have liberalized national abortion laws in recent years as a response to the Green Wave feminist movement. In particular, the Supreme Court of Mexico threw out all federal criminal penalties for abortion and said that national laws prohibiting the procedures are unconstitutional and entirely violating women's rights. Decriminalizing abortion contributes to spreading the trend of legal abortion access in Latin America and decreases the numbers of illegal and unsafe abortions. Mexico's National Institute for Women called the decision a big step towards gender equality. A great step forward was taken when the battle for abortion has begun in the courts rather than only with activism and protests on the streets. However, some 20 Mexican states still criminalize abortion, and further legal work will be required to remove all penalties. Additionally, Guatemala and El Salvador have almost total abortion bans, and there are only few prospects for a significant change. Again, there are also opponents, particularly highly religious people, who decried this decision. Nevertheless, Mexico has taken a step into the right direction in terms of women's rights and their control of their own bodies. It is almost 1 year mark of the horrifying death of Masha Amini, who was punished for wearing the veil improperly and violating the strict dress code. She died in police custody. After her death, many women stood up and spoke out about the violations of their rights. The Women, Life, Freedom movement resulted from her arrest and death. Some protesters disappeared, others were unlawfully detained and tortured. Many protesters were sentenced to death without fair trial, and reports of sexual violence against children were published. Recently, there have been accounts of activists being detained and imprisoned by Iranian authorities, leading up to the 1-year anniversary of Amini's death. The situation in Iran is concerning as the Iranian regime got worse after the protests. Despite all the protests, reports, and even the suspension of morality police, the Islamic Republic of Iran was elected as one of the vice presidents of the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly of 2023. This was our original update. Thank you for tuning in. Please follow us for more information and news about human rights violations. Thank you.